the interest of justice, the motion to vacate is hereby granted. With those words, Maryland Judge Melissa Finn released Adnan Syed on Monday, a man convicted of killing his ex-girlfriend in Baltimore County when he was just 17 years old, a man whose claims of innocence and finger-pointing about problems with the investigation in this case inspired the podcast Serial, fascinating and infuriating millions of listeners. He was convicted of killing Hae Min Lee and hiding her body back in 1999 and had taken his issues with his prosecution all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, exhausting every legal avenue for relief that he could take. In the end, a unit chief in the Baltimore State Attorney's Office, the office that went after him in the first place, filed the motion that led to his release. He's not free. He's on home detention while a new trial is considered. Few think prosecutors will take him back to court based on the problems in this case. Local defense attorney Mark Reichel joins me now live to talk about the issues in this case that raise concern for, frankly, defendants everywhere. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sinceri.
First, how unusual is the granting of a motion to vacate?
Extremely, extremely, extremely unusual, especially like in this instance where it's joined and supported by the prosecution that actually convicted and put him in prison.
This release for Adnan comes less than a year after his lawyers put in a request for his sentence to be evaluated under a new Maryland state law providing for sentence review for defendants convicted as juveniles who served more than 20 years behind bars. In all, Adnan served 23. That review uncovered Brady violations, information about alternate suspects not shared with the defense. That just really eliminates the ability to show reasonable doubt, right?
Absolutely. I mean, what they've done is kind of reduced it. You know, the bar is beyond a reasonable doubt, which is wonderful. That's what we need in America, in our system. So this removed it way past that, so it doesn't get near that bar yet. So that's where we're at, really.
Prosecutors now discovered prosecutors back in 1999 got two different phone calls to give info about the same person before Adnan's trial, a person with motive to have killed Hae Min Lee, opportunity and means to kill. Neither potential alternate suspects have been named, but we do know one had a connection to the wooded area where Lee's body was found. The other is now in prison for sexual assault. So really serious implications here.
Oh, absolutely. You have to understand, as I tell all of my juries, look, we're here in really one of the most noble experiments of all in science, and that's the search for the truth. And in the search for the truth, in a scientific endeavor, okay, we never want to manipulate or hold things back that could change our final conclusion. That happened here, and that's really important, and that's why you saw this result.
The Baltimore State's attorney also told Judge Finn that back in 1999, that office did not investigate this case thoroughly enough and relied on faulty science. Cell phone records were a huge issue in this case in terms of trying to pin down where Adnan and the main witness against him were at certain times. Experts for the defense had challenged the science for years, and now prosecutors agree. That, along with inconsistencies from a witness, causing them, quote, overwhelming cause for concern about the reliability of this conviction. What is it now that prosecutors are seeing a problem with what the defense has pointed out for years and years?
Well, you know, actually things evolve. Science has evolved as well, and technology evolves. I deal with that with DNA all of the time now, actually, specifically. DNA can now exonerate and convict more people. We can find more and more evidence based on smaller and smaller samples of DNA. That's just one example. I also think that, you know, to be honest with you, polygraph testing now, in my opinion, has reached the point where if it's a legitimate polygraph and polygrapher, I think that gets to the point where that should be admissible in trial.
Very interesting. And the detective who worked most with this lead witness against Adnan Syed has also been found guilty in other cases of misconduct and manipulation of witnesses and evidence. What is the takeaway for prosecutions here and across the country from what really is a stunning reversal?
The takeaway is there should be, you know, that they may wonder whether the time is running out for allowing this to happen. It may get to the point where the public, because in America, we are the rulers. We're not the ruled. The populace are the rulers. We make the laws if we put sufficient attention to it. It may get to the point where there becomes, you know, legislation nationwide that punishes law enforcement and prosecutors that do this in more than one instance, or if they do it willfully and it results in someone's incarceration. Time may be running out for prosecutorial and kind of law enforcement misconduct that results in convictions in criminal cases.
Alrighty, we want all the accused to have a fair shot and for the truth to be found, as you were mentioning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Always my pleasure.